Hello, Barnes. This is Helen Edward, and I am bringing you today Barnes Pond Life, where we investigate all the best things that matters in Barnes, that happens in Barnes. And today we are going to be talking to Anne Mullins. So, hi, Anne. It's
Hi.
lovely that you've come over to talk to me today.
Thank you. Nice
you
to
so
be here.
much. It's
Well,
great.
Thank you for asking me.
And we know one another through so many ways, I feel, over the years. But perhaps the thing we've loved most of all is about the Goldens, the Barnes Goldens.
The Barnes Goldens.
So let's start there,
Uh-huh.
because I'm such a huge fan, and of course, so proud as well to have a beautiful member of the Barnes Goldens.
Indeed.
And
Chino.
Yes, beautiful Chino. And I will say to everybody that we lost Chino actually just before Christmas, but we have a fantastic souvenir because he's here in the Barnes Golden calendars. And if you Google Barnes Gold calendars, up it comes straight away. And there's Chino. But we love Barnes Goldens. And I've got actually a lovely little story for you just to get us started. I was on my way to Hammersmith Bridge the other day. This probably goes back a few months now. And I got stopped by this young chap who was looking for his golden retriever. And he just said, "Have you seen a golden retriever? Have you seen one?" And we looked for about 10 minutes. And then I said, "I've got a good idea. I'll ask my husband to put it on the Golden Retrievers WhatsApp group." And within minutes, we got a reply from somebody saying, "Is that Ludi?" And I asked the owner and I said, "Is it Ludi?" And he said, "Yes, it's Ludi." So we looked a bit longer. We were a bit worried. But then somebody got back and said, "He's in the Barnes Medivet. He's staying there for the night." And I went down to get reunioned with, I think it was James who owned Ludi. And I've got this lovely photograph of Ludi being brought upstairs after his night at the Medivet. So that's the power of golden retrievers, Barnes Goldens.
And it works with other dogs as well. So very often we get a message on the BGs saying, there is a dog wandering down Rocks Lane. Does anybody know it?
Yeah.
Because, we all walk on the common, so we know lots of dogs.
Yeah.
And the people who own Pines and Needles, or who at least run Pines and Needles, have a beautiful dog
The
called...
Christmas trees place,
yes. They have a beautiful dog called Stanley.
Yes.
And there was a message on the BGs just before Christmas saying there's this... I think he's a mastiff. There's this mastiff wandering around Rocks Lane. Does anybody know him? And several of us, that's
Eddie's
Stanley.
This is my Eddie. He's doing the sound effects. He wants attention from Anne. Anne's a special lady when it comes to dogs.
Anyway,
Eddie's in the podcast.
He was then found safely on Rocks Lane and returned to Pines and Needles.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah, so it's good.
So lovely.
It's a good result.
But, tell us, how did it start? How did it all begin?
It just was... I was with my former golden retriever on Barnes Common, and a woman came up to me and said, "I'm about to get a golden retriever puppy. I've never had a dog before. Could you recommend a vet? And do you know anything about food and dog training?" And so I said, "Well, why don't I didn't know how to do a WhatsApp, but I thought, why don't we do a WhatsApp? And then I can put other people on I know who've got golden retrievers." And then you can ask all these questions of them, because I don't know the answers to all of them.
Yeah.
And she said, "Thank you for that." So I have golden retriever. We set up a WhatsApp group. And then halfway through the year, I thought it might be quite nice to do something for charity. So my friend Vicky, who's a brilliant photographer, she and I decided
so patient.
Very patient.
Yes, she takes beautiful photos.
Exactly. So we didn't do the first one because she wasn't free to do it.
Yeah.
But we've done it. We've missed a couple of years, but we've mostly done it with her ever since.
Yeah.
And we sell the calendars and give the money to charity. And this year it's to the Thin Blue Paw, it's called, which is a police dog charity.
Oh, great! And what do they do?
Well, it's for police dogs who've been retired through injury or age and that need support.
Yeah, and there's so much interesting stuff going on with dogs at the moment. I read the other day that they're trying to create an AI nose dog-nosed for smelling cancers.
I bet the dog's
Yes.
always going to be better and
Yeah,
much more appealing to
yeah,
have a dog
yeah.
sniffing
So
around
what's
you.
your favourite Barnes Golden story?
My favourite Barnes Golden story? Oh,
Yeah,
crumbs.
yeah,
I wish you'd asked me before.
yeah,
I could have thought about it.
yeah,
So let me see. I don't think I have one really. They're all. I think one of the nice things is that I introduced my friend Jane to my breeder,
yeah,
so Magic's breeder,
yes,
and she now has Shiloh, who
yes,
is Magic's sister.
yes,
There's Magic's niece. There's a niece, a couple of cousins,
yes,
a half sister.
yes.
So there are about 8 of Magic's relatives are now in
Oh,
Barnes, golden
amazing.
retrievers,
And
which is quite.
actually, one day when we're ready to do another golden,
Oh yes, you should get
then
one of Sue's.
I
Yeah,
must come to you and ask.
yeah.
All
She's
right.
a very
That,
brilliant breeder, and she does breed. Well, you know
yeah,
Magic. You know how calm
I
and quiet she
do,
is.
I do, I
She's a
do.
beautiful dog, but she's
Yeah,
very calm, and they're all the
yeah,
same.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
so that's quite nice.
Oh, fantastic. Well, anyway, Anne, you're not only famous in Barnes for your Goldens, but also your connection to literature.
Hmm.
And I think it's not just children's literature, but now it's murder as well.
That's
Thrillers.
Murder on the Green.
So where would you like to start? I would love to hear how that story began.
Which one is that?
Well, how you became interested in
Oh, I see.
literature and how you brought it to Barnes.
A friend of mine's daughter had a
Yes.
severely disabled child.
Yes.
And I wanted to raise some money for the charity that was supporting them.
Yes.
And I live in Bracken Gardens. Alistair McGowan used to live there. And I asked Alistair if he would host an event at the Olympic.
Yes.
And he agreed to do that. So we showed a film. Alistair did his thing, which was brilliantly funny.
Yeah.
And we raised something like £12,000 for this charity, which was really interesting.
Fantastic.
And so I thought, well, this is a nice thing to do, is
Yeah.
to raise money for these charities.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel I could do that again.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do I'm going to jump, certainly not, I'm going to jump out of a plane and would you like to sponsor me? I thought that would be a nightmare. So anyway, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd have to give all the money back. And then I came up with the idea of having a story writing competition.
Yes.
For children, which has been running now for 11 years.
Yes.
And
every year there's a beautiful book full of children's stories.
Every year there's a book full of children's stories. We have a gala at the Olympic Cinema where they get presented with their awards. So their award is their book and a certificate saying that they are a winner. We make some of the stories into films, which is always very exciting.
Yeah.
And we've been doing
for the
that
children, I mean, that must be
they love it.
Absolutely magical moment.
And one of my favourite stories about Screen Your Story is a boy who sort of wrote a story because he's dyslexic and dyspraxic and I mean it was just a nightmare. It was just in pencil and there was just something about it.
Yes.
And so I typed it out and it was very difficult because he can't spell.
Yeah.
And it wasn't at all clear. So he spelt whole something like WOL.
Yes.
And it wasn't always clear what. Anyway, I managed to type it out and I sent it off to him and his mother looked at it and said, yeah, that's. Or it was his teacher, I can't remember. Anyway, so back it came and it was one of the winners. And the joy in that boy's face as he stood on the stage to get his award and he turned around and did a thumbs up, double thumbs up to his family and they were all in tears. It was just very, very special.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been a wonderful thing.
Oh,
really.
It's so wonderful to help children find their writing voice.
I think so. And one of the local schools said that their score on what's the thing that looks after schools, the organisation that checks out how well a school's doing.
Oh, Ofsted?
Ofsted.
Yeah.
Their Ofsted score in English has gone up.
Yeah.
Because the kids now love writing a story.
Yeah.
So instead of just saying we're now going to write a story, they say we're now going to do a story for Screen Your Story, and all the kids are excited by it. And so
actually, over my years, I have spent time at both Barnes Primary and Lowther, and they both have honestly exceptional ways of teaching children to write, different completely. Lowther loved the sort of acting out and getting into role, and the head there always Mark, he always makes them laugh, and Barnes Primary, very, very literary and absolutely amazing at vocabulary. Both really great schools. We're lucky to have them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
and which ones get involved in your
Lowther? Well, all of the schools in Barnes, apart from Barnes Primary,
Yeah.
which has never been interested in doing it.
We'll persuade them.
But Lowther certainly.
Yeah.
They get very involved and they love it.
Yeah.
And every year they get in touch and say, when is the deadline
Yeah,
for the story?
fantastic. And I don't know if you've seen the Times Get Britain Reading Again campaign.
I haven't.
Yeah, and I've just signed up for it actually and offered to go around to some of the local schools and do some reading for them.
Oh, I think that's well. I do that already. I do
Yeah.
that at St Osmond's.
Oh.
I go in on Friday
Oh,
mornings.
there's another lovely school.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. I like them very much, and help the kids. Well,
Yeah.
they don't just read. Yes, I help them.
And so tell us a little bit more about Barnes Children's Literary Festival. Is that
No, that's
separate from you?
totally separate.
It is.
That's Amanda Brittar. She's she's a force of nature, is Amanda.
Yes.
And she devised that, and it's extraordinarily
And it's become so big, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have Barnes Book Fest as well.
The Barnes Book
Fest, which is
Fest,
organised by Venetia.
Yeah. Well, no.
At the Barnes Bookshop.
There's 4 of us that does that. I came up with the idea originally, just at the end of COVID, of doing an adult book festival. Because Venetia used to supply the books to the Children's Literature Festival.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to Waterstones because, for financial reasons, I think they were having a real trouble surviving.
Yeah.
And that was a loss for Venetia. So I came up with the idea of doing a book festival for adults.
Yes.
Spoke to Venetia, and she and I then started it together.
Yeah.
And then we involved Andrew from St Mary's, because that's obviously a great...
Andrew's another great community asset.
Yes, and that's obviously a great venue for us. And now we have Rotha, who's joined us, who does things like... well, she looks after all this social media, which I'm hopeless at. But anyway, so there's 4 of us now on the committee that organises it. And it's now been going, 5, 6 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to the one with Michael Heseltine and Chris Patton earlier on this year. That was great.
Well, they're an extraordinary pair, aren't they? I mean, I don't know what's happened to the lions, all the great jungle animals that we used to have in politics. They're just all gone now. And we just seem to have... Yes. Forgive me, because I know you're involved in politics.
No, not for this podcast. This is apolitical, so don't worry.
Where are the big beasts? They've all disappeared. So it was lovely to see 2 of them together, just bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
Very special.
Yeah.
I like.
And so now murder. How did we get to the murderous option?
Well, and funnily enough,
and you've just been telling me you've managed to get Gyles Brandreth involved as well, so that is exciting.
Lovely.
So tell me how that all happened.
Well, it started because a year ago, for the actual regular book fest, we had Anita Rani was due to come, and she was going to be interviewed by the lovely Vaseem Khan. And she pulled out at the last minute for private reasons. And we promised Vaseem that we would invite him to the book festival.
Yeah.
But when it came to it, it just didn't seem to work somehow. I don't quite know why, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So I thought, I love crime books anyway. Yeah. So I thought I'd start a crime festival anyway, and then Vaseem could come to that. And we have Victoria Dowd here, of course, who's a crime novelist, Bernard O'Keefe, and Gyles, who's written his Oscar Wilde books. So I thought we've got plenty of local talent. Yeah. I thought it would be fun to do it in Barnes, and so I am. So that's in February.
Amazing. And I am booked, I think, for the OSO
the murder mystery
dinner.
Yeah, but you should look at some of the other things as well, because we've got a couple of things for kids, which is really nice. Hilary Whitehall, the lovely Hilary Whitehall, is going to come and do a thing for children where they have to find out who poisoned one of the local dogs. Yeah. They get a little bag with clues and everything.
Oh, lovely. So it all connects back up to Barnes Goldens.
Everything in the end connects to Barnes Goldens. So you know what they say about dogs.
And I saw that the OSO are now doing some writing courses as well. Is that linked to this at all?
Not at all, no. Not in the slightest. They're also doing a book club, which is linked. Yeah. In that I'm not sure if did I suggest it? I may just be making that up. Yeah. But I was involved in the original business of setting up the book club with, and Venetia supplies the books at a discount, for example. Yeah. I don't do it now because I because I can't, but there's a lovely woman who's taken it over.
Yes.
And it's very, very successful, and it happens at the OSO once a month, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on about literature in Barnes, one way and another.
So this is the bit where you get to plug. Where do they get hold of their books? Where do they sign up for the murder dinner?
Oh, well, the OSO.
Yes.
www.osoarts.org.
Yes.
Get into that, and you can buy tickets for everything. And look at who's there. We've got some of the really big names in. We have Mark Billingham is coming.
Yeah.
Sophie Hannah, S.J. Bennett, Vasim Khan.
Yes.
Barbara Nadel, who wrote The Turkish Detective, which has been on the television recently.
Yeah.
So some really interesting people.
Yeah.
And we have a thing there's a lovely, lovely local woman, you probably know her, called Amanda Carr, who runs the Fragrance Fair.
Yes.
And Amanda is coming, she's doing an event called Death is Scent. It's all about how you can kill people with perfume. So
really?
anybody who's wanting to get rid of anybody, now is your chance to find out how. But tickets from the OSO, except for Gyles' event, which is being held at the Home Restaurant.
Yes.
So you need to buy your tickets there.
Fantastic. And probably does the Barnes Bookshop have details of everything?
The Barnes Bookshop has details of everything.
Yes.
They're providing all the books for all the authors. You can buy your books in advance if you like.
Yes.
But yeah.
And, what I was going to say, is, can you tell us the answer to the murder mystery? No, of course not. But what can I read, that would help me get the sense of ready for my dinner?
Do you know
my murder mystery dinner?
I don't think it's going to be quite like that.
No.
I think it's going to be, well, first of all,
is it like Traitors?
I think it'd be nice if it were. But we've instigated or instituted an award for the best crime novel of the year. It's called the Cobb and Penn Award.
Yes.
In honor of our murderous swan who killed murdered the goose.
Yeah.
And so we're presenting that award beginning before the murder mystery.
Yeah.
And then I think it's just going to be a bit of a rollick, frankly.
Yeah. So are we kind of
delicious dinner and lots of wine and some fun.
Oh, perfect. And are we going to rename, not the Midsomer Murders, but the Barnes Pond Murders?
The Barnes Pond Murders.
There we go. So this is Pond Life.
This is Pond Life.
Is there anything else I should ask you, Anne?
No, I think that's it. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.